Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Arsenal Tailgate. I'm the Bearded Gooner. Joining me today, I've got Glenn from New York.
Hi, good morning. This is the shirt I slept in.
Funny thing is, he's not wearing any pants, and he slept in that too.
That was not for air, BG.
I missed the memo on that one. And my co-defendant, as always, from the Arse Bros, Ryan. What's up, man? Good morning.
Yeah, I'm also a New Yorker, and I slept in this hoodie, and I also wasn't wearing any pants.
Yeah, but you never. Yeah, but here's the difference. You're never wearing pants. You're like Winnie the fucking Pooh.
Yeah. Fair.
So yeah, bit of a big one here today, fellas. Yeah. City, yeah. The eventual champs are coming into the Emirates today, and I was gonna save this until like the 30-minute mark, but I figure screw it. I'll get right into it now. Can we win this game, Glenn?
Yes, absolutely. We can win this game. We are long overdue for something like this. I mean, if this was a movie, you know, we'd be the good guys and they'd be the evil empire. You know, they're owned by an oil company, owned by an oil country. But
yes, oil country, not country, country.
Yes, and I even without Partey, I think we have a chance to win. Absolutely think we have a chance to win.
Ryan?
Yeah, I was on the Friday Arse show with Scunny, Mike, and Corey, and I was kind of made fun of a little. It's funny. I predicted us to lose, but for some reason I had spoken about us, and they had made fun of me, like I said we were going to thrash them. But no, I definitely think we could win. I think we need the right pieces in place. I think we need the players to obviously be at their best. Sure, we need a few Man City players to probably not play so well. But I think at our best, I think we could compete with them. I'm not saying we're a better team. I'm not saying, like Man City are in for a rude awakening. But, you know, it's a lot of interchangeable pieces, a lot of X's and O's that we need to get rid of. You know, like somebody that I brought up that I kind of want to see play is Pepe. I think Pepe is like that chaos, that maverick that could kind of change the game for us. And he's been playing well when he's played for us. So, but then again, it's tough because we've been doing so well with our pinwheel of death with ESR, Odegaard, Saka, and Aubameyang. So, I mean, I think there's just so many things we can do to upset Man City a little bit, and also too Odegaard. I think Odegaard's gonna be a big X factor for me. I think, you know, he's been so class since he's been playing for us, and I really want to see what he can do against Man City because this is his measuring stick. Let's see how good he is.
It's the measuring stick. Go ahead, Glenn.
If I could just add two other things. When I woke up, first of all, and saw that Spurs lost, that was better than the energy drink that I had. And second, I also was reading people predicting lineups for Arsenal, and I saw the name. One person predicted El Neni. And let me just say right now, all my positivity goes out the window if it's El Neni and Xhaka in the middle. I forget it. And plus, I don't want Arteta parking the bus. I want him to go for it.
Yeah. Like I said, like Ryan said, it's a measuring stick, but it's not just for Pepe, but for all of us. Before I kind of add on, Glenn, to your comment, I real quick want to say, everybody in the chat. So this is the way a tailgate works. All right, I'm the host. I supply most of the beer, most of the drinks, most of the main course of the food. So I bring the hamburgers, I bring the hot dogs, I bring the grill. I'm cooking. You guys are here to have a good time, just kind of hang out. But you have to get involved. You have to bring something to the tailgate. So I got 10 people in here. Get involved in the chat. Drop a like. And for the love of God, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, that is your entrance fee into the parking lot. Because look, in America, you got to pay to park. It's sporting events. It's, I don't know. Down here in Pittsburgh, I'd say the average price to park at a sporting event is probably $25 to $30. I don't know what it is in New York. It's probably
that's pretty cheap.
Infinitely crazier than that.
Yeah, it's a little more expensive.
A little more. So instead of paying and now people are starting to drop out. They're like, oh, I had to bring something today. Yeah, no, I'm not showing up now. But no, instead of paying instead of paying your $25 to park, you got to drop a subscription on the channel, give us a thumbs up, and get involved in the chat. Yeah, back to Glenn's point. Look, at this point, we can't, game plan wise, you got a game plan for every team. And right now, I'm not sure we're good enough to go out and just say, this is our game plan and we're going to play our style until they show us they can beat our style. That being said, no, I want to see us go for it. We parked the bus against them last year in the Cup semifinal when we beat them at Wembley. That's pretty much what we did. Just sat back, absorbed the pressure, 5 at the back, hit them on the counter. I actually was going to bring this up later, but since we kind of got to it now, I will say, let's go. Let's go toe to toe with them and see what we got. Like you said, it's the measuring stick. That said, lineup wise, and I don't really want to do lineup predictions or anything like that, but would you be shocked if Arteta came out with a 3 at the back? Would you be shocked if you saw Gabriel, David Luiz, and Rob Holding with Hector Bellerin and Kieran Tierney as the wingbacks? Glenn?
I wouldn't be shocked, but I'd be surprised. That's really all I can say. I'm expecting 4 at the back.
I'm expecting 4 at the back. So, Ryan?
Same with Glenn. I wouldn't be shocked, but I would be surprised. It doesn't make. I don't care who we're playing to change our formation. It doesn't really make any sense for us. It's kind of to Glenn's point about Elneny. Everybody knows I rate him more than the average fan. I don't think he's a starter for us at all. I think he's depth and nothing more. I understand why he would be a starter for us today, but I don't want it. I don't want it one bit. Like you said, we parked the bus, we absorbed the pressure, and that's how we beat Man City in the semis. Is that going through Arteta's mind? Maybe, because then when we played him, the last time we played him, which I think it was in the league, Arteta thought he was too cool for school. His lineup was just da-da-da-da-da. He played such a I don't know how to explain it, but he played like he'd already won the game against Pep. Instead he got smashed.
Yeah, so. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Glenn.
Thank you. Instead of arguing your point of whether Elneny is good enough to be a squad player for us, I'd rather turn it around and ask you, would you be disappointed if he started today? Because Elneny Xhaka equals no creativity in midfield. To me, I would just be devastated if I saw Elneny and Xhaka in midfield today.
Yeah, I completely agree. I don't think Xhaka Ceballos is much better, but it is better. So you got to do that. Like I think we just don't really have a choice. As much as I love Elneny and all that stuff, but you can't. You just can't. Like to me, you're almost like giving up. You're surrendering. You're like, hey, listen, we're scared of you, so we're gonna do. To me, it's just bad signs. I think if you're players on the Arsenal squad and you see Arteta start Elneny and Xhaka, you might not be feeling so confident all of a sudden, just because it's just something out of the ordinary and all that stuff. Because I think so also too, we forget or we don't forget, Ceballos has been playing pretty well for us the last couple of games. So I think you just got to ride that storm and you got to ride that roller coaster and go for it. Wow.
One thing that I don't understand, since BG looks so intense doing something up there,
tweeting. Yeah, just tweet. Just go ahead.
One thing I don't understand is Arteta's man management. Pepe, I've been criticizing him ever since he got that red card, and I've been saying to whoever would listen, I thought the Premier League is too physical for him. Then all of a sudden he gets in good form, and he sits. I don't understand why we don't play players in form. What do you guys think about that? And Sam, I haven't been hiding, just a bunch of boring stuff, but I'm back. I just saw that coming. But what do you guys think about his man management? It drives me crazy. Like, another thing that would disappoint me is seeing him put Aubameyang on the wing today. He's doing his thing up front, I don't want to see him go on the wing today.
Yeah, Ryan, go ahead.
No, I agree. I think as far as player management, I would say it's not good, but I also think too he likes to ride a certain formation until it breaks. So I think, he sees the Odegaard, ESR, Saka, Aubameyang. I think he's gonna keep playing it until something gets hurt, someone really screws the pooch. He was riding Willian for forever. He was playing Willian. We're all like, what are you doing? Stop. We don't want him. He's terrible. He's no good. He just kept playing him. And I think eventually even Arteta was like, yeah, I can't defend you anymore, Willian. I can't play you anymore. And I think Pepe's always been that player for Arteta where he could do a job for us. He creates that chaos. He could give you that odd goal here and there. But I think, Arteta uses him only if he needs to. And I think even if he hits good form, he does good things. It's still like, well, you're not one of my starting 11 that I'm kind of plugging away. You're not someone who I want to persist with because it's just I like this 11. I'm going to keep going. And to be fair, the 11 we've been playing, I actually really like. Minus, I would take Luiz out, but Holding in, and obviously, hopefully, Tierney plays. But it's difficult because now we're running into a problem where ESR's kind of had tired legs the last couple of games. He's been a little leggy. I mean, they all were, I guess, with Benfica, but ESR is someone really that's, halftime, 50th minute, he just looks like he's tired. And
he's dead.
I think someone like Pepe is someone we need to either bring on like at halftime or I think you need to play him and then maybe bring ESR on, 50th, 60th minute.
Pepe, you kind of said it real well. I feel like you said this earlier in the week. Might have said it on the preview show actually that he's a bit of the maverick, as you said. He's a bit of a loose cannon. Kind of don't know what you're going to get with him. Hopefully he can come in and create some chaos. And look, he's got the pace, and at the end of the day, speed kills. So to Arteta's man management, Glenn, yeah, man, it's weird. Like, I feel like right when a player comes into form, he's like, okay, I need to give you a break. I need to give you a rest. And I'm like, it's almost it's a fine line. It really is. I don't envy him in the position he's in because it's tough. I mean, you do have to rotate these players. They just can't play 90 minutes, match in, match out. They, like Bukayo Saka. I'll get to my question in a minute, but just to kind of finish the thought, it's strange. It's real weird that right when Pepe comes into form, all of a sudden he drops him. And there's no explanation for it. There's absolutely no explanation for it. So Bukayo Saka, kid needs a break, man. Like we're just running the wheels off this kid. And we've said it with Emile Smith-Rowe. Everybody said it in January. We got to bring in somebody that's going to at the very least be able to spell Emile Smith-Rowe, where there's not much of a drop off. But all of a sudden now he gets moved out to the left. This is a game, but I don't think he can start today. I don't think Emile Smith-Rowe can start today. But Bukayo Saka, he's playing so well you can't drop him. But he was tired. Like you could see his legs were starting to go on Thursday against Benfica. So, Glenn,
this sounds like a pre-defense against putting Aubameyang on the wing and starting Lacazette up front. Is that what you're doing?
Actually, no. If it were up to me, my front three, I'll go ahead. I'll give you it's not a prediction. This is not a prediction. This is my front three. If I were the manager today, I go Aubameyang through the middle, and I'm changing my mind on this because I said I would go with Lacazette through the middle today.
Mm-hmm.
I would not. Originally when I said I was going Lacazette through the middle, I wasn't starting Aubameyang.
Ooh.
I was going Pepe on the right and Martinelli on the left.
Interesting.
And you know what? It's match day. I'm awake, and it's like
I'm not drunk.
I'm not liquored when I say this. But yeah, I'm going. Now that I'm here today, I'm going Pepe on the left, Aubameyang through the middle, and as I just sit here and say you got to give Bukayo Saka a rest, I'm starting him on the right. That's my front three. That would be my front three today with Odegaard in behind him. So I'll say front four because I think that's Ryan. Do you want me to say it or do you want to go ahead and say it?
Say what?
The four in the front. What are you calling that? Your
the pinwheel of death,
your
baby.
pinwheel of death, baby. There it is. I like to call it the agents of chaos, but yeah.
And that's something maybe I'm crazy. I don't know.
You are
the whole Martinelli thing. I like him. I think he's going to be good for us. I really like his energy. I like what he brings. He kind of jump starts us. His energy is infectious. But like I don't get all these people that want him to start. Like I don't think he's there yet. I think.
Wait, who? I'm sorry, I missed. I was looking at the comments.
Martinelli.
Yeah.
I watch him play, and yes, he's running all over the field. He's doing this, he's doing that. He's running all the way back and saving Cedric and hang the ball out. He's doing all these energetic things. But if you look at him and watch him play, like tactically and just based on where he's supposed to be and what he needs to do, he doesn't do it. He's still very raw in that aspect.
He is,
and he still doesn't have Arteta's tactics down. That's why he's not playing. People are like, oh, what's he hurt? He's coming back from a long injury. It just comes down to just knowing what you need to do. And yeah, he's energetic. To me, and this is kind of where I get where I'm kind of asking questions about Martinelli, because he's the kind of guy you bring on the 70th minute. You need a goal, you need some energy. You bring him on. You don't bring Willian on. You bring on Martinelli, and 10 times out of 10. It's not even a question. So I'm very interested, and I guess it kind of goes back to the man management thing, because I think when Arteta's like going through his lineups, going through his substitutions and all that stuff, he knows Martinelli. And I mean, at least that's what I think. Martinelli doesn't really understand what's going on. I don't want to say he doesn't understand. He doesn't really know the tactics, know what to do just yet. He doesn't have it down pat. So he can't play. He can't play at all. Willian actually knows what to do. Does he do it? That's another story completely. Yeah, he'll come on. And I think, again, it goes back to the Pepe thing. I don't think Pepe was ever is not. I don't think Pepe's his guy. He doesn't see Pepe long term.
Yeah.
So why play him? Even if he's in good form, even if he's scoring 4 goals a game, why play him? He's not someone that Arteta sees long term. He wants Saka. He sees ESR. I think Odegaard is someone who, he came to us because he wants to play. He wants to start and he wants to play, so he's going to play. Aubameyang, the name itself, I hate to say it, no form or whatever, he's going to play. And then again, you have depth players that could potentially play, like you have your Lacazettes and someone else I probably can't think of right now. But so it's just interesting because there's all these. We have a lot of choices that we could do. But again, I think just it goes back to the man manager. Arteta just wants to this is who I want. This is who I see playing for Arsenal. And in my managerial career, long term, these 11. And it kind of stinks, and someone who I've constantly brought up, who I don't understand why he doesn't even make the bench, is someone like Reece Nelson. I think he should have gotten a loan 100% in January, but he didn't go out on loan. He offers that directness, that dribbling, that movement that we so desperately needed. Yeah, he's not an ESR. He's not an Odegaard. He's not a Saka. I get that. He shouldn't be starting. But, I think he should definitely get minutes over Willian, though. I really do. And that's why, I kind of go back and I go, is that true, the media, where they're saying, there's something in Willian's contract that says he has to get a certain amount of games? Because it has to be. Because he's just – I don't understand the just leaving Nelson out
the infatuation with playing Willian.
And I read too. I forget what team it was. I want to say it was Valencia. I don't know, but it was one of the teams that had a Europa League game the same day we did, because I think we all played that day. They only played 1 goalie instead of 2. So playing 2 goalies isn't mandatory. So why did we have 2 goalies on our bench and not Reece Nelson? I just don't get it.
Two quick points. It's been a source of frustration for me, as we've been talking about, with Arteta's man management. And every time I try to find a reason of why he does what he does, he says he bases his starting 11 on how training goes. And I don't like that. You guys say this is a measuring stick today. I don't think it's a measuring stick, because we're up against an oil country that has all-stars on the bench. For me, it's a statement game. I want Pepe to start. I want Aubameyang down the middle. I want Pepe to show his price tag in a big game for once. Take this game by the balls and have us all talking about how you showed up today against Manchester City, the evil empire, the Death Star.
Man, I'm ready to go.
I'm that way too, but if El Nenny's in the starting lineup, you're going to see a little circle right here, and I'm going to get some adult diapers at this drugstore because I won't be able to deal with El Nenny in the starting lineup. No way.
I'm wearing an adult diaper right now.
So that's the secret.
It's a tailgate. You have to. You can't. Once you break the seal, you can't just keep walking to the porta potty, man. It the line's long, so you wear the adult diaper to the tailgate. You just let it flow, man. Just let it flow. Especially on a morning in Pittsburgh where it's about 4 degrees outside right now.
Oh man,
yeah, right. That Maxwell, get this guy in the dressing room. Listen, Glenn, I'm telling you, if you're Ted Lasso, I'm your Coach Beard.
Is that show any good?
Oh, it's great. It's tremendous.
People keep telling me to watch it. Okay.
Watch it. You'll love it. You'll absolutely love it. It's Jason Sudeikis is tremendous. I love Jason Sudeikis.
Okay.
He's fantastic.
It's
a good, highly, highly, highly recommend Ted Lasso to anybody that has not watched it yet. I highly recommend Ted Lasso. Fuck, man, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to run through a wall right now after listening to Glenn.
And one more point, because I kind of hate talking about player management because I think that's Arteta's biggest weakness, and I don't want to. I don't really want to dwell on it too much because he's still a young manager, and I think he still could do a job for us. I see. I already forgot what I was gonna say. So with our player management, I think teams can just easily read us. It's this is gonna be their 11. These are gonna be their subs. This is what they're gonna do. This is what they're gonna change. So it's we're very predictable because Arteta just has his favorites,
Yeah.
So I want to see a little bit of unpredictability from Arteta, even if it doesn't work. Just do something. Just we at work, people always and in real life, because I have Megan that holds my hand through everything. I think she holds my hand when I poop, but whatever.
Photographic evidence, or it's not true.
But I think a problem I have is I never. Sometimes when I have to do something, I don't necessarily make a decision. I'll ask somebody what do you think I should do? No. And then people tell me just make a decision. If it's wrong, it's wrong. You learn from it. It is what it is. But just make a decision. Don't make no decision. And I've been constantly told that, whether it's at work, at home, whatever. And I think that's something that Arteta needs to do. He needs to just make a decision and just, if you're wrong, go for it. Granted, with his subs, he's always wrong. But but it's still the subs are always wrong, but the subs are normally the same people. The same people are coming on. Yeah, sometimes you're changing, depending on the score of the game, you're changing the formation and the tactics. But okay, Sam. Well, get that diaper ready, Glenn. It looks like
get the diaper ready, Glenn.
What?
Yeah.
What? Are you going to see? Am I going to live plots on the air here? Because what?
Now, to be fair, I
don't put the comments on because it's too distracting. Are you telling me?
Yeah.
Are you telling me someone just said El Nenny's starting?
Yeah.
Apparently, Charles Watts is saying that El Nenny, Pepe, and Holding are all starting. Holding, I'm good with.
The only good thing I will say is if El Nenny's starting, we have Pepe playing, so that's good because that offers a little bit of balance. Because you have no creativity in the midfield, but you have Pepe who's going to be at Maverick, going to be dribbling, going to be doing these things. So I don't hate it, but I don't.
Glenn, let me ask you this on the El Nenny thing. If what Sam is saying is true, and Sam, I'm not discounting anything. If it's Charles Watts, it's practically gospel at this point. But Glenn, let me ask you if it's El Nenny for Xhaka and not Ceballos. So if it's El Nenny and Ceballos in the midfield,
all right, that I can deal with. With gritted teeth, I can deal with that.
It's Xhaka. All right, let's go for the lineup, boys. We have
Is it out? No, it's not out yet, is it?
It is.
Hang on. Settle down there, muchacho.
Why can't I give the lineup? I saw it first.
Because first of all, this is goddamn it, it's my tailgate. It's my tailgate.
Guys, if I want arguing, I'll go upstairs with the wife and kids.
All right, hang on. All right, go ahead. You really want to talk about it? Go ahead.
No, I'm looking at Man C's lap, and I think I'm gonna join Glenn in getting some diapers at the store. Oh, Sterling's up top. Okay, I mean, still at oh boy, oh boy.
Oh.
Ah!
I am. All right.
Wow. Yep. Boy. Oh my. So he is really looking at this lineup. He is really how does El Neni get the start over Ceballos?
Again, he wants to play structured, he wants to play defensively. It's what worked against City. I'm not saying I want this, but I'm just saying like I understand what he's trying to do, but I don't know. The only question I have now is Shaka's going to kind of have to step up, and he needs to connect to the midfield. He's got to connect himself to Saka, to Odegaard, to Pepe.
He has to connect. He has to connect to Odegaard. It's going to be up. It's going to be up to Xhaka and Odegaard. They're going to be the ones that are going to make the difference today.
Also, to Aubameyang's credit, I think he did really well at Leeds. Aubameyang was coming back. He was helping out. He was getting the ball kind of a little deeper. But he was facilitating the ball really well. He was making runs. He was doing he had a really good game. Besides the hat trick, hopefully he could do that. So I don't know, but I don't hate this lineup. Another player who I've been saying he's been playing great for us is Pablo Mari. I like him. I think he's somebody that it has been playing well for us. I don't know if he started him against Man City. And he hasn't played for a while, but Mari and Holding were our two guys that were doing really well for us when we started hitting that run of form.
I mean, when Gabriel got the red card and then the COVID thing, I mean, it was Holding and Pablo Mari who were. I mean, we were talking about is this our best pairing at center back right now? Was Pablo Mari and Rob Holding? So
the more I think about it, the more I actually really like Holding and Mari because. You can't play David Luiz against City. He got a red card against City. And just I don't think David Luiz he's not going to be good against City today. And you look at Gabriel, a player who's very rash, raw. He likes to stick his foot in. He's going to concede a penalty to Mahrez. Mahrez will just do a little dribbling. Gabriel will be like, yeah, no, he'll take Mahrez out. So like I do like the benching of Gabriel and Luiz. So I do like Mari and Holding. They're both very smart with their positioning, but yet their physical presence. Actually, the more I look at this lineup, the more I really, really like it. Except obviously, I hate to say it, I don't like El Nene. That's the only problem I have. I think you got to play Ceballos here, especially since Ceballos. Again, we talk about it like with Pepe. Ceballos has been playing really well for us. So it doesn't make sense to drop him here. I just don't.
There you go, Glenn. There you go. He's playing well. All of a sudden, he gets dropped.
Yeah.
What is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. No link-up play. We're going to be playing defensive today. I hope I'm wrong, but I am so effing pissed off right now. To me, this signals what Arteta is going to do today, and I got to get that out of my head because the game hasn't started yet. This is ridiculous. Do you guys remember back with Mr. Good Evening when we had the Champions League in our hands? All we had to do was win a couple of games at home. He started Xhaka, El Neni. I think it was against Crystal Palace. I don't know. Like some.
Yep, Mustafi started. Yep, I remember.
I am like so livid right now. I'm sitting here doing all these Star Wars references.
Is this
Xhaka El Neni?
Is this his waving of the white flag in the league? This lineup?
Oh
is he saying, okay, you know what? Top four four is not feasible. I'm going to rest some players for Thursday. I mean,
real.
But then you look at it, you say Holding and Marie. We've been saying that we thought for a while this was our best center back pairing. So if he's resting players, that would lead me to think that come Thursday he's going to play David Luiz and Gabriel at the back again. So it doesn't make any sense.
If Arteta if that's his reasoning, then I have taken one more step off that fence. Like there's the Arteta out people, and there's the people that want him in and say he's great, and I'm right on the fence. I got a foot on the side of Arteta out if he's not thinking, well, if we did a run of wins, if we won 3 or 4 in a row, then let's look at the table, see if we're going to make a top 4 run. I don't think that's completely illogical. And if he's given up on the league already, and that's the reason that I'm so upset I'm knocking my microphone over. If that's the reason he's doing it, shame on him for giving up.
I actually kind of disagree. I the more I look at this lineup, and I'm sorry, Glenn, the more I'm actually understanding it, the more I don't hate it. Listen, if it's up to me, I'm not playing Lene. Let me preface that right here. I'm not playing him if it's up to me. But I do understand it, and I don't hate it as much as Glenn does. I think again it goes back to Odegaard. I think this is his game right here. This is put up or shut up here. You have 2 defensive midfielders or 2 center midfielders that don't offer any creativity. They pass backwards and sideways.
Yes,
they kind of hold the pressure, and Elliot's kind of like that release valve to counter that pressure that Man City kind of give. And I think this is Odegaard's chance to really be like, hey, I need to play out of my skin today. I need to do what I got to do. So I'm really going to be watching Odegaard, and I'm really going to be seeing, is this guy for real? Because, to Glenn's point, like, oh, insanity, plugging the same thing, expecting different results. And yeah, Elneny and Xhaka haven't really worked. They kind of, it's not been great, but they haven't played with Odegaard yet. So I'm a little more hopeful, but again, you talk. It's Man City, but I don't hate it as much. I understand it. He wants to play a bit defensive because that is what worked for us in the FA semis. So I'll take an ugly win all day if this means we get the dub. I'd rather get the win or a draw with Elneny in the lineup than to play exciting football and get smashed. So or even lose. So I feel like I'm slowly talking myself to this lineup, and then when I come back after the game for the post show, we're gonna lose 5-0. I'm gonna be like, yeah, guys, why I was talking myself off the ledge. Why didn't you guys stop me? Why didn't you stop me? So we'll
the only thing I can think with Elneny and Xhaka and Odegaard is this. So ideally, we've talked before that Arteta wants ideally to play a 4-3-3. We seem to have been playing this 4-2-3-1 most recently. This, to me, almost looks more like a 4-3-3 because Elneny would be your defensive mid. Xhaka would theoretically be your I'm not saying this is what he is in terms of the way that he plays, but this is the theory with the lineup. Xhaka would be sort of your box-to-box, and Odegaard is your attacking mid. And ideally, if you're going to play 3 in the midfield, that's what you want. You want a defensive mid, you want a box-to-box, and you want an attacking, right? That would be the perfect balance. So Elneny, for me, as long as he plays defensive, don't try to do too much. Do what you're good at. Run around, pressure the ball, win it back, off you go. Xhaka's going to be the key to this. Xhaka's going to be the key to this midfield. It's not going to be Elneny. It's going to be Granit Xhaka. He's going to be he's going to be the key in the midfield because if he can link up with Odegaard, with Pepe, with Bukayo Saka, that's going to be the key. So Granit Xhaka, probably more so than anybody else, needs to have a rock solid game today. No mistakes, because if he makes a mistake, it's going to kill us. So here's the thing. At the end of the day, we have the players we have, right? I mean, we can't play players that aren't in the team. Ceballos and Xhaka, the more I think about it, they probably gash that midfield open, if I'm being honest with you. Elneny, Ryan, I'm kind of with you on this, man. Elneny is more of a defensive style player. I'm kind of coming around on it. So, Glenn, you want to jump in here and tell me that we're both crazy?
No, you're both doing what my wife does when she thinks about
great.
Why the hell did you marry me? This guy just smokes too much pot. and she just comes back. She just look. You guys, I understand how you're trying to talk yourselves into this. But,
and I am trying to talk myself into it, by the way. Just like I am trying to talk myself in. Try to be positive.
I don't want to be negative. You know, if I want to be negative, I'll go on Twitter, the hate machine. But I'm not going to do that. I've already said my piece on this. I'll just say that I don't think we're going to have much link-up play. Elneny's probably going to be covering for Tierney and Bellerin bombing down the wing, but I'm not happy, and that's all. That's all I'm going to say. I'm trying not to rain on everybody's parade. The game hasn't even started yet.
Does it have more to do though, Glenn, with the fact that kind of like I said, like these are the players that are available to us, and the players just aren't good enough? Does it kind of go back to that? Because if it were, I mean, even Thomas Partey being in this lineup, I mean, he would be in over Elneny, but I would still, I still.
You see, Ceballos, I think his defensive prowess is underrated. He's not friggin' fantastic, but he's good enough. And I want that. I just don't understand. I almost called Arteta Emery. That's how upset I am right now. The thing that, I held on to defending Unai Emery for a long time, but it got to me the way he played so scared and defensive against the better teams. And that's eventually what turned me against him. And I'm starting to feel that way about Arteta right now. I'm sorry. I'm being negative. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
How dare you?
It's fine. Relax, man. You're good. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like I said, it's not perfect. I don't think this is the lineup that any of us, again, not prediction, because prediction means what do we think Arteta is going to do? But put your manager cap on. What would you do? What would you do? Ryan, I'm gonna come to you. Run through it real quick. What do you agree with, and what would you have done differently if you were the manager? Go.
So the one thing I will say, and to Glenn's point real quick, was about Dani Ceballos being defensive and him playing, defensively. I think he's actually really good defensively, to be honest. I think he's actually very underrated.
He's become
his
much better defensively.
I think he's always been good. He's always that guy that'll fight for the ball. He'll win us the ball in very important areas. He's very good. The problem with that, though, is he can't do both. He can't play defensively, make the crazy tackles, interceptions, and ball recoveries, and he can't help us progress, link up play either. Because when you play next to someone like a Granit Xhaka, you have to do both. He's just so I don't say unintelligent. He's so unathletic. He's the Tin Man without oil. He just can't move. He can't do anything. So Ceballos is forced into that role to create and to play defensively, and I think that's why he's gotten so much slack. I think that's why flack, and why he comes, why people are like, Ceballos isn't worth it. Let's get rid of him. I think it's partly, I partly blame Xhaka a little bit. Granted, now he's playing better and he's been playing with Xhaka, but I think just Ceballos is just also just upping his game. And I think he's just playing better in general. And I also think, again, besides, bar Benfica, Xhaka's been playing fairly well for us too. So, so it's just interesting. Thank you, Sam. Loads of interceptions for Ceballos. I think Ceballos he's that guy that you want to put in front of your back four that's going to fight for every inch of that field and win the ball. And he does a really good job at it. But it's just hard when you have the Tin Man next to you with no oil. But as far as the lineup's concerned, I wanted to see Cedric play over Bellerin, and I did want to see Ceballos in for Elneny. But again, I'm talking myself into it. I don't hate the Elneny. I don't hate it now. I'm starting to like it more and more. Sorry, Glenn. And then that's it. I think the front four is what I would do. It's what I wanted. I said it in the Friday Arse show. I wanted that back four. I wanted that front four. I like the center. I like holding Amari. I do. It makes so much sense to play Man City. And also, to piggyback on the Elneny Xhaka, their starting 11 is not very quick. They have, you have Sterling. He's quick. De Bruyne is just a machine. I don't want to say he's quick. He's pacey. He's
smart. He's smart. He's smart with the ball at his foot.
Yeah. And Mahrez is kind of like the Pepe for them. Better, yeah. And Gundogan is not fast by any stretch of the imagination. So I mean, they're not a fast team. Their 11 is not quick. So playing the Xhaka, playing the Elneny, I'm not hating it. as much as everybody else is. I'm not. I get it. And I think Ceballos, let's say we put Ceballos instead of Elneny right now, I think Ceballos, I'm not saying he will. I think he has a chance to get burned. Not by pace, just by smart football and intelligent football by Man City. I think Elneny's he's sheltered, he's safe, he's innocent, he's the 12-year-old girl at church school. Is that what is that you do? Church school?
Wow.
He's not going to do anything.
Where are you going with this?
You know what? I don't know, because I was thinking about giving out blowjobs at 14 in the pews. I had a weird middle school. But anyways, no. So my point is I think Elneny's innocence and his he doesn't do much.
His naivety, is that the word you're looking for?
No,
I don't think that's the right word, but
maybe who knows?
I think the word you're looking for is simple.
Yeah,
Elneny's game should be a simple.
You know what he's going to offer us. You know what he's going to do, and I just think the type of player he is. He's not. I'm not saying he's like this world beater. He's not. But I think the type of player he is, a lot of teams aren't able to really He's not gonna and we've talked this multiple times when we talk about him. He's never gonna have a stinker. He's never. Well, I mean, in ways he does, but he's never gonna make mistakes. He's never gonna have 4 out of 10s. He's always gonna have like 6 to 7 out of 10s. He's gonna be that guy that just you know what he's gonna do. You know what he's brought in for. Yeah, we may not like it, and we may rating wise may give him a really crappy rating. And yes, I do agree with that, Sam. I do, but I also. Again, I think the only time I think that Elneny is going to really suffer is, again, if we're not creating, which if we're trying to play defensive and absorb pressure, that's who cares? And we have Odegaard, so it's fine. And if the team's not fucking speeding past them like the Roadrunner, which they're not. They're not fast. They don't have a fast 11. So again, I know it doesn't matter. It's Man City. That's not going to matter. I just think that Elneny's not a terrible play. I get it. I honestly, I'm talking myself into actually liking it. I probably would have Ceballos over Xhaka, but that's just me.
Have you talked yourself into it yet, Ryan?
I did.
Seriously,
I did. I know. I'm thinking about church girls and confessionals, and I don't even know.
You're everywhere, man.
Look. One last thing. I don't want to harp on this too much. I know we've been going on for like 10 minutes now. I see Xhaka, Elneny, not good enough for the squad. Just opinions now. Ryan, never apologize if we have different opinions. Opinions are like a-holes. We all got one. When I see
they all fucking stink.
Elneny,
that's what my dad always said anyway. Sorry.
Elneny, not good enough. Xhaka on the Arsenal squad we all want. Xhaka would be a squad player for me. And that's what I see in our midfield today.
Yeah. So real quick, totally off the topic here. I'm assuming he left, but this Steve Pashy, I think that's how you say his last name if he's still here.
It's Pache.
Pache. Well,
no, I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't know.
He doesn't like that we're debating the starting lineup and we're getting all worked up over this. So it's such a bad look to be the overreact to the lineup guys. So this is Steve Pashy, and I hope you come back. I really do. If you're gone, but right now, Steve Pashy, you're the guy that comes to a tailgate, grabs a couple of beers out of my cooler, and just keeps walking. That's you. You're the guy that shows up. You know somebody here. You come in. You're like, oh yeah, I know him. And you come in and you grab a couple of beers and you just keep walking to the next. You drink them till you find the next tailgate and you grab a couple of more beers and you drink those. And you're just the guy that likes to show up at tailgates, take everybody's beers. You're walking into the stadium and not pay for anything. So,
and to be fair too, like at least for me. I always look at the lineup, like even if we're not podcasting, even if I'm like just look at the lineup, I'll look at it and I'll dissect it and I'll overreact or do my thing. Also because too, like it gives me something to talk about after the game. We talked about this on anything. He can have like a world-class game, and now we're like, hey Glenn, what's up, baby? I'll be smiling ear to ear. And it gives us also something to kind of compare to and react to and be like, we were completely wrong about how we played X, Y, and Z and stuff like that. So, and yes, the this comment you have up, I like it a lot. I actually really I agree with it a lot. I still think you play Ceballos and Elneny over Xhaka.
I think the key is something you said earlier, Ryan, is everybody's going to have to be at their best today. I'm done complaining about it. The milk is spilled. I'm not going to go to the church pews here. The milk is spilt.
They're on their knees.
We're everywhere at this point with this, man. That's what a tailgate is, man. You never know what's going to happen, right?
I'm done complaining about it. When I was complaining about it, I said I know how it turns people off, but I feel better now, and I know I'm not alone in feeling this way, even though Ryan just talked himself into it.
Glenn, I still have my morning wood, so you didn't turn me off. I promise you.
Yeah, that was some great self psychology there, Ryan.
Yeah, really, seriously. So the City lineup, I don't know why it's not. I thought it would be up on the website here. I thought I'd be able to share. No, but I'm talking. I wish. Let me see.
Why don't you go to City's Twitter? It's on City's Twitter.
Let me go.
Well, I know the. I know the only,
wow.
I know the only person that's injured for them is Ake. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, Nathan Ake. Yeah.
I would have loved him at Arsenal, but that's another point completely. But yeah,
it's like who cares what their lineup is? It's full of all stars. They're owned by an oil country. Screw them.
I'm surprised Phil Foden is not starting for them. No Foden. They have no Foden. No Aguero. No Jesus. Oh, I guess Aguero's on the bench. No Rodrigo. So they have again, but. They'll just bring them on. They'll bring them on at halftime or bring them on in the 60th minute, and then we'll see. But all right, you know what? You look like a 80-year-old trying to text somebody. I will say the lineup. So in goal, you have Ederson. Their back four is Cancelo.
I was trying to find the graphic to put it up on the screen so everybody could see it because at this point I think everybody's slow. Sick of listening to you talk.
Well, they're gonna have to deal with it just a little bit more.
You got Diaz, 15 more minutes of this.
Zinchenko, their captain, Fernandinho in the midfield with Gundogan, Bernardo, Mahrez, De Bruyne, Sterling, starting 11. I that's not even the thing too. Is it's not even the strongest 11 they could have put out. Granted, they'll just bring Foden on. That's fine. They'll bring on Aguero because he loves to score against us. He has fun. He's fun with that. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't. I'm not saying we're going to win. I'm not saying we're even going to get a point, even after seeing these lineups. But I don't know. I just think we're gonna have some. We're gonna have our chances. And that's us finishing.
I think the general consensus among the supporters right now is we're either going to get thrashed or we're going to somehow nick all 3 points today. There doesn't seem to be any in between.
After seeing these lineups, I don't know how you think we're going to win. That's crazy to me.
All I've been doing on Twitter for the last 24 hours is saying how we're going to win.
It's crazy, isn't it? There are. Listen. So I was gonna go when Glenn kind of got me all revved up and ready to go here, and there was a comment about I think Maxwell said put you in the locker room, Glenn.
That's nice.
But I'll say this: if I were Arteta, I'd go into the dressing room and what I would say to these guys is, that Sky and BT, ESPN, even the Premier League website, they've all already given City the 3 points for the win today.
Yeah.
We haven't even played. And I right before as they're getting dressed, the last thing I say to them before they walk out the door, so they can't check their phones or anything, is just say, by the way, they've already been given the 3 points. And your supporters, your own supporters, don't even think you can win this game based on what I'm seeing on Twitter. That's the last thing I would say to them as they walk out the door.
It's great, what is it? Miracle on Ice? You Herb Brooks, great speech.
Here, Herb Brooks. That's not what Herb Brooks said. That's not what Herb Brooks said.
I know you have memorized. I don't care. Point is, and I've been saying this, at least for us, for Arsenal, for the most part, these players don't give a shit. You tell them that, they're like, yeah, cool, boss. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna get my fucking paycheck. That's what I'm gonna do. these players are on such high wages. They don't, example, like when Pepe got sent off against Leeds, Jacques is hugging the guy. He's like, the guy that got Pepe sent off. Tierney's pissed. Tierney's about to fight somebody. Jacques is like, I'm with my buddy. Leave me alone. Come on. We just lost to Leeds.
What are you, Italian now?
I don't know. But
mind you.
These players just, they don't, I don't even know. Like, they don't get motivated like we do. They're motivated by the money.
You got they definitely don't get motivated like we do. That's for sure.
They're they want to score. They want to get it. They want to like up their stats. But again, because of money. So I think to me saying that it's falling on deaf ears for the most part. I think someone like Tierney will probably be like, yeah, all right, I'm game. But like everybody else, I don't see it. I don't know.
I look at this. I think Pablo Mari, Rob Holding, Kieran Tierney. I think even El Neni to a degree would buy into it.
Yeah, he'll buy into it, but he doesn't do much.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem. How does he? Great moments.
All right, that's it. We're winning 4-0. Let's go, baby. Up the Arsenal.
Great moments are born.
Oh, stop!
Great opportunity.
Come on, I'm losing wood here. I'm at like 60%. You get
smack it off your desk. You'll get it back up.
Off my desk.
Oh my God!
I like it.
Ryan, put up the circle. Go in the bathroom, rub one out, and come back.
Yeah. Oh Jesus!
Every analogy. Look, why am I being quiet? Because I'm trying to be positive. I'm not going to go on. I'm not going to go on about our midfield anymore. I'm just hoping that Ryan trying to talk himself into this is a good move will affect me too. I'm
trying.
You're trying to let Ryan talk you into it now.
Yes.
I do. Honestly, I really. I like this lineup.
I mean,
you couldn't even say that with a straight face.
Yeah. You really couldn't say it with a straight face.
Seriously, I do like the 11. I do want to bring Ceballos in, but then after the comment, I agree with. I don't think we damaged Ceballos' his confidence that he has now, and I just think that he's someone we need. Especially, we don't know when party's coming back. So Ceballos is someone we really need. I don't want to ruin him against City because I think this is a game where I think Ceballos would have too much to do, and he would probably test that on himself. And I think that it could ruin his confidence. So I'm all for El Neni, baby. And Odegaard's gonna score one. He's gonna assist Pepe for the other. And
Glenn, go through this real quick. Go through the lineup real quick. Tell me what you're changing if you're the manager.
All right. I don't have any problem with the lineup except for I want Ceballos next to either El Neni or Xhaka. It's very simple. I can't stand this. Ryan, this is a fundamental disagreement you and I have. I say play this one at a time. I don't rule out a string of wins and a possible top 4 run. To me, this I want our best healthy 11 out there. These are young guys. These are guys that, they're not like us where they stand up and then they sit down like, oh my God. These are athletes. These are athletes at the top of their form. I want our best healthy 11 out there. I just wish, and I know that this is, I shouldn't even bring this up. I wish the Premier League just went one more season with this COVID thing of 5 substitutions, but they didn't. I could deal with this lineup a lot better if it was 5 substitutions.
Yeah. I agree with that. And I don't hate that you brought it up either. I agree wholeheartedly with that. Yeah.
And it's so funny because I don't disagree with you at all. I think also too, like, and again, what I was saying earlier about Arteta, he plays the same 11 every week, So I'm very surprised he played on Neni and Pepe. I think it was great, and Holding and Marty too. He changed that up too. But
I'm not surprised at Holding. I'm a bit surprised at Pablo Mari coming in.
Yeah, but I just think he knows what he wants. Arteta knows what he wants to do, and I think he's trying to put his tactics forward. And I don't hate it because the last time we played City, Arteta was big dick swinging, as I like to call it. He was big dick swinging. He got a shit didn't stink, and and it's funny. He was big dick swinging, and Pep just pulled his pants down, and he realized, oh no, it's just a button on a fur coat. We got embarrassed. We got embarrassed by City that game. So I completely understand why he's doing this lineup, and I like it. And I'm saying with a straight face. I see I can't know because I'm looking at the camera now. So I like it. I like the lineup.
Glenn, I'm going to give you the final word, and then we got to start tearing this thing down so we can walk up to the stadium.
I still think, I know they've won 16 in a row in all competitions.
17.
Their last loss was against Tottenham in November.
Yeah, like towards the end of before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'd like to end on a positive note, since that Pushuji or whatever got mad at me. This is a statement game. Everybody plays their heart out today. How long has it been since we've had a huge win we could all feel great about and realize, hey, things are going in the right direction. I pray for that today. 2-1 Arsenal.
Still 2-1 Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm not going to back down from that. But I do think that for that prediction to come true, Arsenal has to get the first goal.
Yeah, that's big. Yeah, Ryan, you want to bring it home for us?
I like the lineup.
Fair enough.
You can say it another 100 times. I'm not going to agree with you.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna piggyback off what Glenn said here. It's a statement game. I like that.
This is Odegaard's game. This is Odegaard's testimonial game, right? It's him. To me,
this is Pepe's game.
Both of them.
Yeah,
both of them.
Hey, I'll do a dick reference. Take this game by the balls, Pepe, and show us, some of that money that we paid to get you is worth it.
Yeah.
Oli Pierce Taylor, thanks for tuning in. First time. Please drop a subscription if you like what you heard, and a thumbs up would really appreciate that. Again, just real quick to piggyback off what Glenn said. It's a statement game. This is the kind of game that if we can somehow win this thing, boy, it just everything looks so much different going into Leicester next week, even going out to Athens to face Benfica again. So statement game, it's the kind of thing that if we get a win here today, boy, oh boy, at that point now your confidence is just the cup is overflowing with confidence if you can somehow pull a win out here today. So let's not be scared. A loss is a loss. If they beat us 7-0, they still only get 3 points. So let's not be scared. Let's just like Glenn said, take it by the balls. Everyone, all 11, take it by the balls and let's go. And that includes Arteta. So let's go. That's it for us. We're going to tear it down, start walking up to the stadium. We'll have a roadie or two before we get up there. And that's it. Want to thank everybody for tuning in the chat. Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it. We will be back. Same three. I think we will be joined by Mike Hernandez at Mike Hers FC on Twitter. I believe he will be in with us for the post game. So 3 of us right back here, no more than probably 5 minutes after the match ends. We'll be hanging out right back here again, polishing off whatever beer's left in the cooler and waiting for the traffic to die down before we drive home. So join us back here for the post game Arsenal aftermath about 5 minutes after. And that's it. That's all I got. Come on, you